Welcome to West Dallas We're Open. I'm Emily Einigner, and today we are at Seems So Perfect on 63rd and Beloit, and I'm here with owner Kathleen. Kathleen, how are you?
Hi, I'm fantastic.
Thank you for having us today. So how long have you guys been in business here on Beloit?
So on Beloit, I think it's going to be 7 years come May.
Okay.
We purchased the building. Prior to that, we were 25 years in Milwaukee. So I'm like in my 35th year.
Wow. And so what made you move to West Dallas from Milwaukee?
My daughter graduated college and said she wanted to take over the business. So I decided to look for a building, and we drove by Beloit here going to church down on at Epicos on National and Greenfield. And I saw the for sale sign, and we stopped in, and it was perfect. So we purchased.
It looks like you guys do a little bit of everything as far as sewing goes here. I see patches on the wall. I see biker stuff behind me. There's a wedding dress in the back.
Yes.
So what would you say is your specialty?
We're on both sides of the spectrum. Mm-hmm. You know, half does leather work, half do bridal. Then we also do embroidery. Anything. If I can get under my machine, I'll do it. We've done boat canvases, golf bags, shoes, duffel bags, anything. If I can get under one of my machines, we'll take care of it for you.
I know we were kind of talking before that when COVID hit, you kind of had to shift gears and you went to making the masks. So how did that work out for you guys?
Dang. So we're sitting here with nothing to do. My ladies were unemployed, and I'm like, well, let's make masks. We started making masks, and MATC contacted us, and they said, we're looking for like a couple hundred masks. So we started doing that, and it's like, well, this is what we're going to be doing. And I contacted one of the local TV stations. They came down, interviewed us, and it just blew up. I ended up employing like 9 people for the next 3 or 4 months to handle that whole rack. You can't see it, but the whole rack over there was all masks. There were no garments.
And they were all like specialty custom fabric.
Right. We had all the sports teams, and then we were very blessed. A lot of elderly women came in and said, "Hey, as a quilter, I'm not using this fabric here. You can have it." And so I have this bucket.
As a sewer, I know that's a blessing.
Yeah, a bucket of fabric that we had on display here for a long time. People would just go through and say, "Hey, I'll take one of these masks." You know, it's like order up. I'd say sit down. In 10 minutes, we'd make them a mask.
And so besides the masks, I know you guys also do a lot of other custom work with the patches and stuff. So how many custom patches would you say you make in a year?
Oh, that's thousands of patches, yes. That's my daughter's specialty. She runs the embroidery machine and the computer work. The patches, that depends. It doesn't necessarily have to be a patch as well. Like your shirt here, we can do that. The embroidery right onto the shirt, anybody's logo, any company logo, we can create. We do. That's what we do. We create those. And right now we're working on the medical college lab coats, and we're running those. We got that account.
And so I know when we were back there, you have some monster machines back there.
Monster.
Have they always been that big? Have you always had the huge embroidery machine?
The embroidery, I think we started like 15 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. All the other machines I've just acquired. Again, people would say, "Hey, I've got this machine. I don't want it. Come and pick it up." So I'd go and look at it and say, "Great, I'll take it." I've been so blessed. People would just come to me and say, "This is what I do. I'm a sewer. Do you need help?" And I'm like, "Sure, great. Sit down." And so the more people I could employ, the more work we could handle.
So how did you get started in the sewing business?
Wow. Well, I've been sewing probably since I was able to reach the pedal. My mom and grandma sewed, and they taught me, and I just excelled. I remember being in 7th and 8th grade, everybody's making the cute little pillow, and I'm making an 8-gore fitted dress. And I don't know, through high school I sewed for some of the teachers, and it was a way to make money. I worked at Minnesota Fabrics back in the early 80s, and sewed out of my home for the longest time. And I did some work for a dry cleaner, and he said, "How would you like to get out of your house and man my store, and I won't charge you rent?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Twist my arm.
Right. So that's how it started. It's basically a God's gift. I mean, things come to me, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then, I raised my kids in the shop, my son and my daughter, and they both sew very well. Well, my daughter, she graduated college and said, you know, I'll take over. So she's my right-hand man.
Right.
We both run the business right now.
So do you just do men's, or do you do men's and women's?
Oh, no, we got women's here. I got a jacket right here. You can try it on. How about trying it on for us? This is the top of the line.
Fancy, fancy.
It's all got all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
You look over here. You've got concealed carry pocket in case you're packing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I like the length of the sleeves. I'm tall, so I make them long.
Right. Well, they make them long so when you ride,
Oh,
you know,
that
your
makes
arms
sense.
are
I don't ride a motorcycle,
right.
so
your
now
arms
I
are
know.
out, so they want to make right. Exactly.
So is this the?
It's real
the
McCoy.
deer?
It's the real. No, actually, this is the buffalo hide.
Oh.
Yep.
So do you do the dyeing and everything? Like they just bring it to you?
No, I purchased these.
Okay.
These most of these items are purchased. Some of them are consignment.
So you said your daughter is your right hand. What's her name?
Her name's Carlene.
Harleen?
Yep.
And how long has she been working here with you?
Since a wee little, since birth.
Would you mind if we talk to her a little bit?
No,
too?
let's bring her out.
All right. So now we are here with Kathleen's right hand. It's Carleen Figueroa. Carleen, how you doing?
Doing wonderfully today.
Thanks. So what do you do here at the shop?
Just about everything possible. Primarily the embroidery is my forte. I'm known to be the zipper queen, so I replace all the zippers and jackets, pants. Mending. You got a hole in your pants. I can perfectly mend that and make it look seamless. So.
And how about the alterations? Do you do any of those as well?
I do. I'm learning still. I think I'm at about 85-90% capacity,
that's still good.
but there's always room for improvement.
Nice. And so if someone, let's say they need a wedding dress altered, how soon would you recommend they come in before the wedding day?
At least a month. We figure maybe 2 months on average, just in case of anything. We like to have the brides come in a few times because it's a really important day. We want to make sure everything is just perfect for them.
So what is the procedure for making a patch?
Sure. So usually the customer will come in with an idea of what they want it to look like, size, shape, detail, and then I'll take that and digitize it into stitches. It's a huge computer process. It usually takes about 4 or 5 hours. And then once we've got that sample, that template, I put it into the machine all digitally, and the machine will embroider it just as it is on the computer.
And what's the turnaround time for a patch?
Usually for patches, I'd say maybe 8 to 10 days on average. Some of the larger orders or more detailed ones, I would ask for maybe like 2-3 weeks, but
so like a club where they all want the same patch would be about 2-3 weeks?
Yeah,
Okay.
we just recently did a club, and I think it took maybe 3 weeks to finish everything, and we had about 70 patches or so.
Wow.
Big patches, so.
Oh, so do you guys have an online presence that people could order the patches or the coats and stuff online?
No. Simply no. It's difficult to do online with our line of work because it is so custom and different for each person, each patch, each jacket. There's a lot of communication necessary between people, and we're also very visual people. So we wanted to have you come in and to have us see and feel and touch and experience what we're doing.
Seems So Perfect truly is a family business. Here we see Kathleen's niece Casey showing us how to put a patch on a coat.
When we get the patch, we just kind of grab it and then we just place it in the spot that the customer would want it, and then we just start sewing it on. We'll match up the colors, so this is outlined in black, so I'm using a black machine here, and then we just sew where they wanted it. And you have a new patch on your jacket.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for having us today here at Seems So Perfect. We've had a great time. And if somebody wants to come visit you or get a hold of you, how can they do that?
Our address is 6339 West Beloit Road.
Phone number is 414-545-4845.
And the website is seemsoperfect.biz.
Once again, I'm Emily Einichner, and thank you for watching West Dallas, We're Open.